Phobias are common, and when we think of fear, the human mind can create anxieties about practically anything. For small creatures to great heights, each of us has a vulnerability, a weakness that, when confronted, triggers unexpected reactions. However, among all possible phobias, some seem to be deeply rooted in human nature itself, the fear of the unknown. And perhaps, no place inspires more of this fear than the ocean. This is where thalassophobia comes from, a visceral fear of the sea's depths and what might be lurking beneath the surface. But is the fear of the ocean really irrational? Why do so many people feel uncontrollable dread at the thought of diving into dark, deep waters? While we may understand that thalassophobia can seem extreme, the fact is that being cautious of the sea may be one of the smartest reactions we can have. The vastness of the oceans hides mysteries that science is far from fully comprehending. Technology has allowed us to map the surface of distant planets like Mars and Venus, but the depths of our own planet remain, in large part, a mystery. In this video, I'll take you on a journey through some of the most impressive and terrifying videos captured in the ocean. These are images that will challenge your perception of the sea and make you question what we really know about the watery abyss. Throughout this top list, you'll see the ocean in its most fascinating yet lethal form. Get ready to dive into a realm where the unknown reigns, and danger is a constant. Number 7, the most dangerous place for an accident. Imagine yourself in the middle of the ocean. The horizon is an endless line of water. There is no land in sight, and all you can see are the waves. Suddenly, something goes wrong. Perhaps a mechanical failure on the boat or a storm that emerges out of nowhere. Whatever happens, one thing is certain: the ocean is not where you want to be when an accident occurs. No monsters or sea creatures are needed to make this scenario terrifying. The simple idea of being alone, adrift in the middle of the ocean, with no help in sight, is enough to keep anyone awake at night. Now imagine that you are this person. What happens next is about to happen to you. What starts as a simple failure quickly turns into a disaster of unimaginable proportions. Unfortunately, the man in this video didn't survive the accident. But what makes this story even more frightening is how it all happened. In the ocean, circumstances can escalate within minutes, and what seemed like a small problem can quickly become a desperate struggle for survival. Number 6. The most dangerous predators are marine. When we think of predators, we often imagine land animals like lions, tigers, or bears. But the truth is that the most voracious and dangerous predators on the planet live in the oceans. Sharks are usually the first thought that comes to mind, but they are not the only ones. There is a vast array of marine creatures that are much more dangerous than we imagine. In this video, a group of divers had a very close encounter with one of these creatures. The original video was blocked due to copyright, but I've left a link in the description so you can watch it yourself. What makes this footage so terrifying is not just the predator's presence, but the way it moves, silent and deadly, reminding us that in the ocean's realm, humans are far from being the dominant species. Number 5. The devastating power of waves. Few things are as terrifying as the ocean's power in full fury. Many of us grow up believing that large vessels like aircraft carriers or cargo ships are indestructible in the face of nature's forces. After all, how could a mere wave damage such a massive structure? But what many don't know is that the ocean, when stirred by storms, can generate waves so gigantic that even the largest ships are in danger. In this video, you'll see how one of these storms tests the resilience of a cargo ship. Waves up to 30 meters high relentlessly pound the hull, causing damage that puts the entire crew's lives at risk. This scene reminds us that, no matter how advanced technology may be, the ocean will always have the last word. Survival for those who work at sea depends not only on skill and experience, but also on a good dose of luck. Sailors often say they have one of the most dangerous and demanding jobs in the world. Not only because they put their lives at risk daily, but because after facing a storm like this, few have the courage to return to the sea. Yet many do. For the ocean is both a deadly enemy and a home for those who know it intimately. Number 4. The Blue Hole of Dahab. The diver's cemetery. There are places in the ocean that seem made to test the limits of human courage. One of these places is the Blue Hole of Dahab, an underwater natural formation known as the Diver's Cemetery. This place has claimed the lives of countless experienced divers who, for one reason or another, lost their bearings and couldn't make it back to the surface in time. Once, I made a video about a diver who lost his life there. He became disoriented while exploring the blue hole and unknowingly strayed from the exit. The sensation of running out of air is terrifying enough on its own, but what makes this experience even more distressing is knowing that with each passing second, your chances of survival diminish. In this case, the diver knew he wouldn't make it out, and his death was only a matter of time. The Blue Hole of Dahab is a place that inspires both fascination and fear. Many divers return to explore it, even knowing the risks involved. What they encounter down there is often unsettling. It's not just the underwater landscapes that impress, but also the bodies of those who weren't as fortunate. If you think this story is disturbing, brace yourself, because the images that follow are even more impactful. Number 3. Deadly phenomena in the depths. The ocean is a mysterious place, and its natural phenomena can be both beautiful and deadly. One of the most dangerous events for divers is the formation of invisible currents, which can pull a person down into the depths without any warning. These currents are so powerful that even an experienced diver, equipped with the best gear, can be easily dragged into the darkness. In this video, a diver was captured struggling against one of these currents. He was pulled down with such force that, for a moment, it seemed there would be no escape. His panic is evident, and his labored breathing is the only sound we hear as he desperately tries to free himself. Fortunately, he survived, but many others have not been so lucky. Currents like these have claimed the lives of countless divers, whose bodies were never recovered. Number 2. Unknown creatures in the depths. When we think of marine creatures, we immediately think of sharks, whales, and dolphins. But what many don't know is that the ocean is home to beings that science still doesn't fully understand. In its depths, bizarre creatures live, defying our understanding of biology. In a video captured by an underwater camera in the Gulf of Mexico, a colossal creature was recorded. At first, it appeared to be just a piece of floating debris, but upon closer observation, it was clear that it was a living being. After analysis, scientists discovered that it was a species of giant jellyfish, previously unknown to science. This video is proof that the ocean still holds unimaginable secrets, waiting to be discovered. Number 1. Sharks, more than just predators. Sharks are, without a doubt, the most feared animals in the ocean. For decades, movies and TV shows have helped build their reputation as relentless killing machines. But the truth is that these animals are much more complex than they seem. Recently, it was discovered that sharks have distinct personalities and can even display affectionate behavior. In an experiment, researchers found that, contrary to popular myth, touching a shark's nose doesn't hypnotize it. In fact, many sharks react in different ways to human contact. While some are curious and friendly, others can become aggressive. The key to dealing with them is to respect their space and understand that, in the marine environment, they are the true kings. The video that ranks number 1 shows a diver interacting with a shark peacefully. He didn't try to tame the animal, but respected its presence. This interaction is proof that, when treated with respect, even the most feared predators can show a different, less aggressive, and more curious side.